Welcome in and welcome back to Polite for What. I'm your host, Bria. If you're not subscribed to the show, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you've been here for a while, you already know what to do. Hit that share button, hit that like button, get in these comments. Let me know how you're going to enjoy this show. All right, y'all. So we got to talk. We got to talk about these plans. We seen some very, very good games. We had two thrillers that went all the way to the end. So we're going to talk about that today. But of course, I'm not here by myself. I have Raven. You already know who Raven is. She's a friend of the show. So she's here with me today to help me talk about these playing games. And we're going to get into it. We're going to break them down, tell you our thoughts on them. But how you doing today, Raven? How's your day going?
Day's going great. So I have no complaints. Blessed. The business is going great. So I'm excited to be on the show, get into these playoff games or play-in games that we just witnessed, and yeah, just talk about it.
First of all, I want to start with: are you not entertained?
I'm entertained. Yes,
Are you not
I'm entertained.
entertained? All right, so let's get into the very first game, which I thought was the most entertaining. We had the Heat versus the Hornets. So the Hornets did beat the Heat 127 to 126. I'm gonna get your reaction. Like, what was your reaction from this game?
I thought it was a great game. Now, this is the thing. I have never really watched the Hornets play. So I've never really watched LaMelo Ball play. And from what I've seen during that game, that team takes a ton of threes. And I was very shocked because I would see LaMelo drive to the paint or other players drive to the paint, and y'all could get the two very easily. And they threw the ball back out for the three, which I thought was crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's a risk. That's a ballsy move. This is a playing win or go home type situation, and y'all can get the two easily. Y'all keep shooting and jacking up threes. That's I thought that was crazy. Like that team is. I mean, that's a wild team.
yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I've never seen a team shoot that many threes in a game. They shot 56 threes. They were 18 for 56, and like you said, they would have wide open shots in the paint, and they just passing it back out to the three. Like, I've never seen a team ever play like that. But a lot of people on Twitter were talking about, this is the type of basketball they play. They've been playing this type of basketball all year. But like I said, we don't really see too many televised Hornets games. So I really never seen them actually play. I mean, I see clips every now and then on Twitter, but outside of that, yeah, they were shooting just raining threes all night. Like, they wasn't the crazy part about it is, like, they were down and they were still shooting threes.
Right, but the threes
Most
got them back
teams,
in it though
yeah,
too.
it did. But most teams, if they're losing, like, sometimes they give up on a three and start getting better shots. What you supposed to do? You take the
Right,
higher percentage shot, like get into the paint, or get in, but get in front of the 3 point line and stop shooting so many threes.
right. The Hornets are the what did I say? The Hornets are like the Lions of the NFL. You know how the NFL is ballsy, take all those risks. Game on the line. Most people are not doing what the Detroit Lions are doing. That's what the Hornets are. The Charlotte Hornets are that of the NBA
Nah, I agree with you. They were
for
doing
sure.
some crazy things last night. But let's get into this game though. Like, I want to break it down a little bit. I want to go over some things that I touch on some points that I wrote down. Can we talk about Kobe White? Like, Kobe White
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
absolute dog. For them to
yeah,
draw up that play for him and for him to hit that three off balance, I was like,
yeah.
I am entertained right now. Like, this boy is
Yes,
going absolutely crazy.
yes. How many threes did he have?
I'm not sure how many threes he had, but he gave them 19 points off the bench.
Yeah, that was big time, big time. Because without those 19 points, they don't win the game. I
But
don't
this
think.
is Kobe White time of the year. Like, of course, he got traded from the Bulls, and every year the Bulls
Hmm.
has missed the playoffs, and Kobe White has always played really, really hard to try to get them into the playoffs. So, he's not scared of the moment. I really wish, like, in hindsight now, that the Rockets would have traded for him, because there was a deal on the line. Like, but I think the Bulls at the time, they wanted Tari Eason and another player off our team. But at the time, Tari Eason was playing really, really well. He was shooting a very high percentage from three. But since that trade, Tari Eason has not been that same player who they were trying to play for. Now, I will say, these last maybe like 5 or 6 games of the Rockets season, he's been playing more of like that scrappy role, getting the offensive rebounds, getting steals, getting blocks. He's kind of been in that, like, he's been playing that utility type player.
Yeah.
So, I mean, in hindsight, man, I really wish that we would have traded for Kobe White. I wouldn't mind having a Kobe White right now on my team going into this playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah. Because, yeah, he would have been a big help because he was definitely on the other night.
Yeah. Also, we got to talk about Con Knipple. Con Knipple has been pretty much a 3-point anchor for his team. Like I said, everybody on the team shoot threes, but Con Knipple as a rookie, he's been hitting a lot of threes. But last night he just absolutely disappeared. He was 2 from 12. He was 2 from 12 from the field, and he was 0 from 3 from 3-point. And they kind of just benched him. Like, he wasn't even in the game down the stretch. They just like, you know what? Maybe the moment is too big. And which is not, though, because, like, Con Knipple, you came from Duke.
Right.
You played with Cooper Flag. Like,
sometimes people just have off nights.
Why did this moment, like, kind of scare him? Like, why would I don't understand that.
Just off nights.
He can't have no off. If they make it into the playoffs, he can't have no off nights. Like, they gonna need every bit of shooting that they can get. And that's another thing I want to, like, touch on too. Like, the way that they play is not gonna hold up in the playoffs. Shooting all
them, play no defense.
Yeah,
they don't play no defense, which is crazy to me. Like, y'all play no defense. People was going right around LaMelo Ball, and I'm just like, what is this? That's why the coach was taking him out at the end, defensive plays, timeout, putting him and Kobe White back in. Kobe White's a little small, but they don't play defense. Who they play tomorrow? Orlando Magic. I think that's gonna be. Yeah, I think that's gonna be a great thing.
I think they beat the Magic, though. I think they beat the Magic, but the way their style of play is not gonna last against the Pistons, which is the best team in the East right now.
Yeah, they're gonna lose. It'll probably be a sweep, if not a gentleman's sweep.
And while we're talking about LaMelo Ball, we gotta talk about, of course, what everybody's been talking about on the internet, which is one of the biggest controversy plays of the game, where he kind of pulled, Bam leg and kind of pulled him down to the ground. I want to ask you, like, do you think that was intentional of him grabbing Bam leg, or do you think it was out of frustration because he had just got his shot blocked? So like what do you like? I mean, how do you feel about that? Do you think it's intentional? Was it not intentional? Because it did come out yesterday that he did get fined $35,000.
$60K. Oh,
well, he got
$60K.
He got fined. I think overall he got fined like $35K for the leg pull and then cursing on ESPN.
Oh. I think just from watching that.
Oh, well, you know what? It was $60K. I think it was 35 for one thing and then whatever for the rest. I think it was $60K. You're right.
Yeah, because it says $60K. I don't think it was intentional. When I looked at the play, he fell, and it's kind of like, you're all upset and you're waving your arms. Like, I played basketball before. You're upset. You're in the moment. You're like, what in the world? You know what I mean? I think he just kind of happened to have his hand hook onto Bam's leg. That's it, But I mean, people were saying he's done this before, so I can't touch on that because I don't know and see. Like I said, I've never seen any of their games, so I don't know if he has or he hasn't. But from what I seen the other day in the replay, it doesn't look intentional to me. I don't think LaMelo Ball is a dirty player.
Yeah, I don't think Melo is a dirty player either. But just to speak to what you said about him doing it before. Now, I did see you play. And matter of fact, ironically, he did it to Bam. They showed a clip before where they were playing against.
That's crazy.
Against the Heat, and LaMelo was on the ground for whatever reason. Bam ran by him and he tried to trip him with his hand. So I mean, I don't know if he got a thing with Bam or like what it is, but I definitely don't think he's a dirty player. And in that moment, I don't think he did it intentionally. But a lot of people was upset. Of course, Eric Spoelstra came out and said, it was stupid. He could have got hurt. And then a lot of people in the NBA was saying that, hey, LaMelo needs to be suspended. Like, what do you think? Does that warrant a suspension? Honestly,
I don't think I would have. I don't think I would have
playoffs. I wouldn't suspend him.
I don't think I would have suspended him. If anything, fine him more. But now if he does this again, like moving forward in the playoffs or another game, okay, yes, suspend him then. But I feel like it's too much to suspend him right now on the line, honestly. And what was I gonna say? And LeVar Ball spoke out. Did you see the video where LeVar was speaking out about this?
I seen it, but I didn't have the volume on, so I don't really know what he said.
Yeah, the whole family's involved now. against what's the guy's name?
Nick Wright.
Yes, against him. The whole family's put in their 2 cents.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it was intentional. But do you think if Bam would have never got hurt, do you think the Hornets lose this game?
Yes, I think Hornets lose if Bam is still on the court for sure. I
But
don't
I
think they
will
win.
say, when Bam went out, Khalil Ware, I think that's his name. Like he was hooping.
The tall guy.
The light skinned dude.
Uh-huh.
That's
Yeah,
Khalil
yeah.
Ware. Like he stepped up on defense. He had 5 blocks. He had a couple of buckets. Like he really stepped up in Bam's absence though. Like he was out there hooping.
Uh-huh.
He had a good game. And then Tyler Hero, who was almost a hero, no point
Yes,
intended.
yes, yes,
At the end
yes.
of that game, hit
He
that
almost
three in
brought
the
them
corner.
back.
Right, hit that three in the corner. LaMelo Ball fouled him. Then he goes to the free throw line and shoots 3 free throws. Now what? We had a tie game.
But you know what? The Miami Heat, I forget what point in the game, but it was of course the fourth quarter down the stretch. Somebody went to the free throw line and made they had 2 shots and they made one of the two. They would have made that shot. You have a tie game at the end. But also at the end of the game, if old boy from Miami Heat would have threw the ball up, they probably would have fouled him at the
Yeah.
end of the game. You had a man in front of you, you know, and this dude kept dribbling. I don't remember who, but if you would have threw the ball up,
Oh, you talking about it was Davion Mitchell. And he had Larson at the goal already.
yes, I would have threw the ball up because you're gonna probably get fouled on that.
But in the moment, it's moving fast. I think his mindset was I gotta get to the goal. Like I gotta get this layup. But he ultimately Miles Bridges, blocked the game. It's over. But man, that was like
That
I
was a
said,
game,
not even the best playing. I think that was probably one of the best games I've seen all season. Honestly,
right?
like of
Because I
all the
haven't even
basketball
watched.
games that I have watched, that's probably the best game I've seen all season. Seriously, like that
Yeah,
was a nail biter all the way to the end. And LaMelo Ball made up at the end though, honestly, because if he wouldn't have got that layup,
yeah,
after he let Tyler Hero knock down, and Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero is always trolling because he just laughing the whole time, like, yeah, I got y'all. Like, he that type of player though. And
right.
he didn't have no fear. Like most people, like there's pressure, like to knock down 3 free throws. He switched all 3 of them.
Yes, yes, that was big.
Yeah, that was big. But
That was big.
this Heat team is gonna have to do something different. I spoke about this when we were on live the other day. They're gonna need some more pieces. Like I think Andrew Wiggins, he played well, but it's just
He's not
something about this
enough.
Heat. Yeah, I think it's just something about this Heat team that's still not just getting them over the hump. Because it seems like every year they're in the play-in. Every year, like y'all are
And they're
fighting for
barely
y'all life to
making
get
it.
to the playoffs. Right.
They're barely making it. And that goes to the point too with the Hornets. You said that someone said they've been doing the style of play all year. Honestly, I don't think that style of play works because look at where it got you. Either the ninth or 10th seed, you're barely getting into the play in. So
Right.
it works, but it doesn't work. And the Heat, they need a few more pieces. They're not like one piece away. They're a few pieces away. You
Right.
keep Tyler, Hero, and Bam, but Andrew Wiggins is not it. Like I hope they didn't think having him from the Warriors was gonna help solidify them in the East. Cause no, you're still. I mean, Andrew is I look at him as like a role player, not no main player, not a third or fourth option. I don't know. Maybe
I
I'm
mean,
wrong.
so what do you think? Like, who can you see going? Because that's another thing that I want to talk about too. Why was Norman Powell not playing? Like I seen him get in the game, like maybe in the fourth. I'm like, where has Norman Powell been the whole game?
Right. I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
Norman Powell was supposed to be another, big piece for them, but I'm just like, I literally seen him at the end. I'm just like, what is going on?
I don't know. But
Hold on. All right, so let's go ahead and move into the second game of Tuesday night. So we had the Blazers facing off against the Suns. The Blazers, I'm very surprised in this game. The Blazers end up defeating the Suns 114 to 110. Portland will move on to face the Spurs in their first round. Um, before we dive into this game, I want to say Denny Avia, like I was not familiar with your game. Like that man had 41 points, 7 rebounds, and 12 assists. Like he absolutely
Wow. 41
dominated.
points.
41 points. Like Denny, and we had talked about it on live the other day. My brother was like, Denny Avia he's averaging like 25 points a game. I'm just like, okay, let me, because again, Portland is another team that don't really get televised like that, so you don't see many
Right.
games. But Denny Avia was an absolute monster last night. The
I didn't
Suns
really watch
victory.
the game.
You didn't watch it?
Nah. What position does he play?
I think he's like a forward, power forward.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, power forward. But that Suns victory wasn't enough.
Nope.
Like I said, this Trailblazers team, Denny Avia took over. Devin Booker had 22, Dylan Brooks had 20, and Jalen Green had 35. Probably one of his best games this season.
Wow.
But like I
And
said,
they still couldn't get it done.
still can't get it done. You had everybody over there balling, your big three ball, but they still can't get it done. I guess since you didn't watch this game, I'll just tell you my takeaways from this game. I think the main reason why the Blazers won this game, they had a better bench. Jeremy Grant came off the bench, gave you 16 points, and Shaden Sharp gave you 12. Um, the Suns bench didn't give them anything. Like I really expected more from Dunn and Royce O'Neal. They didn't really give you much off the bench. But
Yep, then there it is right there.
yeah, that bench, like the bench is
You got to have 2 or 3 people off the bench who can
exactly
contribute.
that can come in and get you some points, and they didn't really give the Suns anything last night. So that's the reason why they lost this game. But
yeah, you don't win no championship without 2 or 3 coming off the bench and being an asset.
Right. But Drew Holiday balled out. He had a really good game. Drew Holiday has always been one of those point guards who's kind of like get his players involved. He's gonna get his shots in too. But I'm not gonna lie, I really wasn't expecting the Blazers to beat the Suns. Like I really had the Suns winning the game. I mean, what do you think about? I guess we'll get into that later on. But what do you think about like the Blazers matching up with the Spurs in that first
I'm
round?
taking the Spurs. Now, granted, like I said, I didn't watch the Blazers and I haven't watched them all year, but I'm taking the Spurs. I don't think the Blazers have enough to beat the Spurs. I think they maybe win. I honestly 5 to 6 game series. I don't see this going to a game 7, maybe not even 6.
I got the Blazers probably getting at least 2. If Denny Avia hooped the way he hooped, Drew Holiday gonna play his game. You can get that same production from Jeremy Grant and Shaden Sharp off the bench. They still got Scoot Henderson over there. I think if all those guys, Cormani, I think all those guys play well. I think that I think they can get 2 out of the Spurs. I think they get 2 games. But
I don't give more than 2 games.
Huh?
I don't give them more than 2 games.
Yeah, I get them 2 games. But let's move.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
What you gonna say?
I was gonna say I think Spurs won both games at home. Blazers won 1 on the road. And it's,
so you're not giving the Spurs a chance to, not the Spurs. You're not giving the Blazers a chance to win both of their home games?
No.
I got them winning both of their home games.
I don't think they win both home games. I think
you ain't even watched them play this year. Talking about you ain't got to.
Yeah, but I just don't play. This is exactly how I think it goes. Spurs win 2, both at home. Spurs win that. Blazers go win game 3. Spurs win game 4 and come back home to the Spurs and win it, and it's done. It's a done deal. I give them 1.
I got them going to, but we'll get more into predictions at the end of the show. All right, so let's go ahead and get to this next game. Another game that really upset me and shocked me.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this game.
At the same time, the Warriors beat the Clippers 126-121. Curry started off slow in that first half, but he came through in the clutch like he always does and finished the game with 35 points.
Listen, I'm always taking the Warriors in the playoffs. Last year against the Rockets, I took them. And I thought the Rockets, of course, had a young team, all that, but it's the
we took them to 7.
Yeah, but y'all still did not win. It don't matter what y'all take them to.
7. A young team took the champs to 7.
You lost in the first round. And the Warriors, I think the other night on the live, I said I take the Warriors over the Clippers, but I think the Clippers got a better chance of a better matchup with OKC than the Warriors. But I mean, yeah, let's get into it. Go ahead and ask because let's get into it
I was
because we
gonna
got
say,
to
like,
talk about.
what's your biggest takeaways? Like, what was your thoughts on this game?
Man, listen, Kawhi does not show up when you need him. You
That's a
paid him
lie. He
all
just didn't show
those.
up in this game. Playoff why? Playoff Kawhi usually show. I don't know what happened last night, but the biggest reason why he couldn't show up was because Draymond put clamps on him last night. I ain't gonna lie, I'm not
Listen,
the
if
biggest
you gonna
Draymond
be
fan, but Draymond put hands and feet on Kawhi last night, locked him up. He was a defensive anchor. Like I said, I'm not a big Draymond fan, but I got to give respect where it's due and credit where it's due. Draymond locked him up every time Kawhi got the ball. They were sending a double team, so he really couldn't get off like he usually does.
if you're gonna be great, you got to find a way to break the double team, so they're not double teaming anymore. And Kawhi didn't do that. And Draymond, this is why I tell you, the Warriors are not coming up off of him. When it was, they would be a fool to let Draymond go. When the whole thing about rumors and trading him, y'all are crazy because you don't win those rings without Draymond. Those 4 rings, you don't win them without Draymond, and you don't win them without Clay. And of course, Steph. You should have kept. Like, we could keep. We'll get in that later, but
They
you should
do
have
got
kept
stuff.
Clay.
You mean
I'm talking
Clay?
about Clay. I meant Clay. But Draymond showed why he is a defensive player. And I got some notes here. I said Kawhi is high upside, but he's unreliable in availability. You don't know what you're gonna get through the season with Kawhi. Okay, he's missed 15 to 20 games this season. Okay, that's another problem. I think you got to get up. I'm sorry if I'm the GM or whoever. I'm getting up off of the Clippers. You got to break that up. And Tyronn Lue got to go too. And I like Lue, but this doesn't work. You had Paul George, you had Harden, and you got Kawhi, and you couldn't get it done with the three of them. You can't get it done with one of them. Something's got to change. So what change? You got to blow this up. You got
You
to move
gotta.
on.
Well, maybe it's not the players, and maybe it's the coach because the coach been there the whole time and they still not winning. So maybe yes, move off of Tyronn Lue, and if y'all still can't win without with Tyronn Lue gone, then you start
Then
taking
you
the
blow it
players
up.
away.
So does Kawhi leave? I seen something today where they asked Kawhi
Well, he said he
some,
don't really know.
huh?
I think I seen something where he said he was just kind of mute on it.
Yeah, he said, "Let me cry about this first." Um,
That's what he
but
said.
yeah, they asked him because let me see, I screenshotted it. Let me see what they said. Oh, I didn't screenshot what they said, but when asked about the future with the Clippers, so that was the question. He was asked about the future with the Clippers, and he said, "Let me cry about this loss a little bit more."
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi is great. When we seen them play at the All Star game and what he did against that one team, he balled out. That was like the Kawhi that I'm used to seeing.
And that's the
But you don't.
Kawhi that I'm used to seeing too. He just did, I don't know what happened last night. I think that defense just got too over. Which don't matter because like you professional athlete, people send the double team to you all the time. But he let Draymond lock him up last night.
And
Got that steal at the end. Turned the ball
two
over.
steals, two steals on the inbound play and pass it to I forget oh boy's name with the curly hair.
Yeah,
Um, but
Santos.
my thing if I'm the Clippers front office, the right now your success as a Clipper organization is directly tied to whether or not he's on the floor. And my thing is Kawhi, he's off the floor a lot. And then when he's on the floor, like yesterday, he played great. But he just it's like he don't got that Mamba mentality, like that dog to go out there and close the game, finish this thing, and Draymond does, and so does Steph.
Yeah, like I said, I was just surprised. I just think that the Warriors didn't have enough. But when you
You
got
mean
an
the
Al
Clippers?
Horford, huh?
The Clippers don't have enough, you mean?
No, no, no. That's what I said. I said exactly what I wanted to say. I didn't think the Warriors had enough to beat the Clippers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I really didn't think like Steph is coming off an injury. He hasn't really played a lot this season. I think he had runner's knee or something. So
Yeah, I
I'm
had
thinking
something like
like
that.
you got to hurt kind of a not fully healthy Stephen Curry,
And Al
Draymond.
Horford
I mean,
balled out.
you gotta Porzingis. But I'm still thinking like, okay, this Clippers team is a better team. But when you got an Al Horford in the fourth quarter who knocked down three threes in a row, You got a
Yeah.
Porzingis who's knocking down threes. You got Santos who's scoring 20 points. Like, that's the way they won this game. And like Benedict Mathurin played really, really well for the Clippers. Like he gave them 23 points off of the bench. But like I said, at the end of the day, like in that fourth quarter, Kawhi, you supposed to be the man, and you didn't even score any points in the fourth quarter. Like
One
zero.
at the end. I think he had 2 points in the fourth. One bucket, 2 points at the very end. It was a
Yeah,
layup.
but I mean that was it was the game was
The game
over.
is over. Yeah.
The game that was
So
like that was garbage time. So
yeah, yeah,
essentially, he didn't really score anything in that fourth quarter. Like
yeah. And you can't
we
do
bought
that.
you in to be the man. Like we know what playoff Kawhi could do. Like we seen you bring a championship to Toronto. Like turn into that demon that we know you can be, but he didn't turn it on last night. Even
I'm
Darius
sorry.
Garland was hooping. Darius Garland had, I think he had like 20
Yeah.
points.
Yeah, he was hooping. I'm sorry. I ain't seen this playoff Kawhi that you keep talking about. I haven't seen this since the Raptors and really the Spurs. If I'm being honest, since he's left the Raptors, and that was
Did he
luck.
even play in the playoffs last year? Because I think he was hurt. He didn't play
I
last year because he
I
was
don't
hurt.
think so. Yes, I don't think so. And I just don't know about this playoff Kawhi. And I like Kawhi, but I ain't never seen this since the Raptors. Really the Spurs.
Crazy. Well, the Warriors will move on to play the Suns on Friday night, but we'll get into those predictions in a little bit. Let's go ahead and move into the last game, and then we'll talk about some predictions. The 76ers defeated the Magic 109-97. Tyrese Maxey showed up in a major way. He gave the 76ers 31 points. VJ Edgecombe was not scared. As a rookie, I've never seen a rookie just ball like that. He balled out, giving them 19 points. Kelly Oubre came in. He knocked down some big threes. Andre
Mm-hmm.
Drummond, your big man, is
Yep.
knocking down threes. And of
Yep.
course, PG played. PG played well. I mean, what did you think about this game?
It was a good game. I agree with everything you said. Maxi, that's his team. This is not Joel's team anymore. This is Maxi's team. I know Paul George played a little bit, right? I didn't really see too much of what he did, but I mean they got the job done, and I think the next round, them in Boston, is going to be exciting. I think it's going to be exciting. I hope Joel can play, but if all those people,
Man, at this point, y'all don't need Joel because the way Drummond been playing, I think he's better than a lot of people. Not gonna agree, but at this point, I think Drummond is better than Embiid.
mm-hmm,
Like Embiid is
um,
just big and slow at this point and injury prone.
yeah. Yes,
No.
very, very true. But I think the Boston's matchup and the Sixers matchup, I would like to see the Sixers win the series. And I don't think it's gonna be, I think it goes to game six, possibly game seven. I think it's gonna be a battle.
Yeah, if you get, of course, Tyrese is gonna show up every night, but if you can get that same production from VJ Edgecombe, have Oubre knock down his shots, Paul George got to step up a little bit more. He's supposed to
Yes.
be the second man on his team. Like a rookie should not be outplaying you. Like you
Yeah.
got to step up in a major way. Like you have been here before, as in the
Yeah.
playoffs. So if Paul George just step up and step into that second role outside of Maxi, I mean, I definitely could see them taking Boston to 7. But Paul
Yeah.
George is gonna have to step up a little bit more. I mean, he
Yeah.
played decent last night. I think he had about 16 points, but you got to give me more than that. We going into the playoffs, especially with Embiid being out. Like,
Yeah.
if it's supposed to be Maxi and Embiid, but now, Paul George is gonna have to be that guy. And of course, like I said, your role players is gonna play a major role too. So
Yeah. He need to give you at least 25. He can do
yeah,
around there. Good.
yeah. But let's talk about the Magics too. I think Desmond Baines was probably the best player on the Magics last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He showed up in a major way because Paulo Banchero, who's supposed to be the star of this team, he struggled. He shot 7 for 22, and he just
Mm.
wasn't good last night. And then of course, I don't know what happened to Franz Wagner. He disappeared as well. So it really was the Desmond Baines show. So
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's a big reason why they lost this game. Like Paulo, you supposed to be the man. Like you got to show
Right.
up. They brought Desmond Baines in as a Batman. I mean, as a Robin. You supposed to be the Batman. And
Right.
last night, Desmond Baines was the Batman, and he was the Joker because he wasn't even no
Right.
damn Robin.
I was
Because
just
he
about
was
to say that.
he wasn't even doing nothing. Like you was a villain against your own team. 7 for 22 is absolutely insane.
Yeah,
But they are the losers of this game. So the Magics do get a second chance. They will
at the
move on
Hornets.
to play the Hornets. So we'll see how that's gonna shake out. But let's go ahead and get into the predictions
Hmm.
on Friday night. Like I said, we got the Hornets and the Magic on Friday. The winner of this game will face the Pistons in that first round. So I mean, who do you have taking this game? The Hornets and the Magic.
I'm gonna take the Hornets. I think the
Yeah,
Hornets win.
yeah. I'm with you on that. The Hornets is just a fun team to watch. Like I
Yeah, and
like
they're gonna be scrappy. It's gonna be
yeah.
exciting. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a big circus, and I can't wait to see it.
And I just want to see in the playoffs like LaMelo Ball versus Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duran. I think that's gonna be a fun series. Tobias Harris, all them boys over there. That's
Yeah,
gonna be a fun series in that first round. But I'm with you. I got the Hornets taking this. They do play it. They get the chance to play at home again. I think.
and that
Are they
matchup
playing at
against
home? I
the
think they are playing home.
I can't. I have to look, but that matchup against the Pistons, it could be, like I'm taking the Pistons, I guess, but all the Hornets got to do is, you give a team like you let them win 2 games or back to back or something, or they win one on the road because the Pistons have the better record. That team has life, and this is a scrappy Hornets team. All they
Mhm.
got to do is win the game. And I think, it could be like an upset. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this series, if the Hornets win against the Magic, they go play the Pistons. I would not be surprised if that series is an upset series.
Now the Pistons been hooping now. They the best team in the East. So
I
can't
mean,
take that away
that's,
from them.
I'm not. All that's true, but I'm just saying, how the playoffs work. It could be going down to the wire, and at the last minute, the opposing team make a shot that could change the whole trajectory of that entire series.
True. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm gonna take the Hornets, and then of course we got the Warriors versus the Sun on Friday as well. The winner of this game will face OKC in the first round. Who do you have winning this game?
I have the Warriors. I think it's going to be a great game. Draymond versus Dylan Brooks. And of course, I'm going for Draymond because Dylan, you know how Dylan is. But I think it's a great game. But I'm
I like
taking the
old Dylan.
Warriors. Huh?
I said I like old deal. I like Dylan Brooks ever since he played for the Rockets. But I want to pick the Warriors to beat the Sun, but I don't want to see OKC dog walk the Warriors. Like I just don't. I think maybe the Suns.
You
I'm not
you
even gonna
think
say they match up better with OKC, but they have more on their team than I feel like the Warriors do.
I agree. I agree. I think the Clippers had the best chance with OKC, but they're out. And I don't know who all the Suns have, but I think the
They got
Suns,
Dylan Brooks. They got
like, who's
Devin
their
Booker,
big? Like,
Jalen Green.
who could guard Shet and that other tall guy?
So their big man is Mark Williams.
That's it.
No, that's their center. So that'll be on Hartenstein. So what they Chet is what your power forward. So I think their power forward is who's their starter? Is it no Royce O'Neal's coming off the bench. Let me see real quick. Dylan Brooks, Mark Williams, Devin Booker. So it's Dylan Brooks, Mark Williams, Devin Booker, okay, Jordan Goodwin, Jalen Green. That's who
ESPN
their
matchup
starting
predictor. They
squad.
taking the Suns
Of
over to
course,
Golden
because they,
State.
I mean, they feel like they probably got the better pieces. But at this point, whoever played OKC in the first round is going to be dog dogs. So it really
Yeah,
don't matter. I think the Clippers probably would have had a better chance out of both of these teams.
yeah,
But
I agree.
whoever they play is going to get dog walk. I've seen them dog walk the Lakers with a healthy Luca, a
Luca.
LeBron, and and a Austin Reeves. So
Yeah,
whoever they play in their first round going to get dog walk. So it
yeah.
don't even matter.
It's yeah.
The OKC is gonna have a cakewalk back to the Western
The
Conference
final.
Finals.
Yeah, yeah.
So. But that's pretty much it. Anything else you want to say? You want to plug before we get out of here?
Nope, I'm excited. We're gonna see what happens tomorrow, and then Saturday, let the games begin.
Yeah, I'm with you on there. I'm ready for H Town versus the Lakers. I think
Yeah,
we
that's
gonna
gonna be
beat
good.
them. It's gonna we gonna well not think I know we gonna beat them. They ain't got
That's gonna be good.
without a
Yeah.
Luka and Austin Reeves, they ain't really got a chance for real. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Make sure y'all get down in the comments. Tell us like what are your predictions. Who you think gonna win those Friday? Who you think gonna win those Friday games? And then of course you can leave comments about what we talked about here tonight. But appreciate everybody. If you're not subscribed to the page, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we will see y'all back here on probably Monday. Good
Yep, on
night.
Monday.